of Grand Canyon University. She's the community person. I don't even know your real title.
It's the mic.
Faith. I don't need a mic.
Yes, you do, because
For
for
the
the,
YouTube audience. Thank you.
Okay, I want to thank Faith for coming. Faith Weiss is the community person at Grand Canyon University. I don't even know your real title.
Well, I'm gonna come up so you
Thank you.
don't say anything too wild. Cause she could.
Faith and I have been working together for 6 or 7 years now. I don't know. A long time.
Probably longer than that.
A long time, and we've been working in the Canyon Corridor, which is Indian School to Peoria, 35th to 19th Avenues is the Canyon Corridor. There's a magazine there that we put out every 3 or 4-ish months, and I wrote the article on page 30.
so be sure you read it.
But Faith is here to talk to us about what's going on at Grand Canyon University, where they're headed, what they're doing, how they are tied in with us. And I'm so grateful that she's here, my friend. Thank you very much. Faith Weiss.
Well, I'm impressed to see so many people here. Bless you for being here. I cannot tell you how badly every community needs this and needs their people to come like they do for Pam. I don't know what you're doing to get them all here,
It's
but
just hypnotic
well,
personality.
you're doing a great job, Pam.
She begs it.
You're lucky she didn't say it. She didn't say pay you. Hey,
Threaten.
Maria, where'd you go? Would you help pass out the ones that say miracle?
Yes.
Okay, I walk in the door. Okay, I should introduce myself. Faith Weiss, and I'm Chief University Relations Officer at Grand Canyon University. And my claim to fame is that my dad was one of the founders of Grand Canyon University many, many years ago. So it's more than just a job to me, it's a mission. And yes, I am a preacher's kid, but I made it anyway. And he was a teacher in Granada School for 30 years, as well as teaching and growing churches. And I went to school, and probably 30 of my family have gone to Grand Canyon University. And I went to Granada and Alhambra actually grade school, and Granada, yeah. And graduated one of the first years Alhambra High School was open. So that's when it was bright and shiny, and Maryville was big competition. So, and our family home is still in the Alhambra area. Do we still live there? Uh-huh. I know you don't believe it, but we do. We traveled for 20 years. My husband's an Air Force flyer. But we came back in '86, and I went back to Grand Canyon to get some schooling for my son, who was not challenged at Alhambra High School at that time, and got him some classes at Grand Canyon University. And when I walked in the door, it just happened to be, you're going to laugh, just happened to be the 4 gals who were in my wedding 20-some years before, and they were running enrollment and talked me into coming and working part-time. We moved back into the homestead, and we're in the middle of renovation, and we had a tub in the living room and a sink in the living room, and just a mess. So I wasn't ready to do any work. However, for young gals that I worked with that stood up in my wedding and took the time that I needed way back when it meant so much, I'd do anything for them. So I came back, and I've been there for 30 years. So do I love it? Yes. And am I excited? Yeah. And what you see is what I've been waiting for 30 years. So I can tell you that we've been through a lot of craziness. And Nate, the first thing he said when I walked in the door, he said, "What in the world are you doing down on 27th Avenue?" So I showed him one of the magazines. And the magazine that I brought, I knew you'd all love. And did I run out?
Yes, ma'am.
I have more in my car. I had no idea we'd have so many folks here, but oh ye of little faith, right? So I do have some more that I'll bring in after, but it's called The Miracle on 27th Avenue. So when you see on the front of the booklet, and I will get more. When you see on the front of the booklet, it has 2,000 folks that were all sitting there at a press conference just a few weeks ago. We have been working on the huge building down at 27th Avenue, and that is to bring in our Peoria and Tempe folks, and they're all administrative folks that they all have moved back and they're in that building. And how many of you remember the, what do you call that big building that we had full before? We had this real big building now that's behind Circle K.
Oh, the
We
swap
call
meet?
the swap meet. Do you remember that? I used to go there too, right. We still have folks in it. We probably have 600. We renovated it,
gosh.
and
You're in there?
yeah, we have 600, and we've had 600 in there for quite a while. They will be starting to move to the brand-new building, and we'll be turning that building into a conference center and breakout rooms, plus an innovative center. I think you'll be excited to find out all the things that we're bringing into that. And I know you've probably heard about all of our robotics and the STEM programs that we're doing and the STEM buildings that we have rolling on campus, and you probably want to know what's next, right? Well, actually, we don't really have anything else that we're doing except for there's an apartment building, Coulter Commons. You know where that is? It's, okay. We have,
30th Avenue, I think.
yeah. We have an apartment building going there, but all the garages are up. Everything's pretty well set the way it's going to be right now. But we have like softball field being renovated, the baseball field when the season gets over. We have the rec hall that's being renovated a little bit. And we have a new add-on to our arena that is a practice for all the teams that are coming in. I'm sure you heard about the craziness at Grand Canyon University this last weekend. Were any of you there?
No, what happened?
Well, we had we were the site for the slam dunks.
Oh.
So we were Thursday night. I think it was Thursday night. Nate, you will know. Thursday night? I've lost track
Was
of
that
days.
the
I think it's
slam- I
Thursday
think it
night.
was Thursday night.
Because then they had a game on Friday, I think. No, game on
Saturday
game on
and
Saturday
Monday.
and a game on Sunday.
So slam dunk might have been Friday.
It was, and it was packed out, standing room only. So there are some things that never change, and that is we do develop and we do move and we do try to lift up our community, because when we grow in our expounding and exploding enrollment, we have 17,000 students on campus right now. We'll have 18,000 in the fall. But with that exploding enrollment, of course, we have to do a little bit of development. So we don't have a lot of development that we're rolling with right now, but you know that we're still picking up some of the homes between, and there's not that many homes. There's a few, but between, and our boundaries are that we're working on our 35th, and you know this, I-17, and Bethany Home, and Camelback. However, our NSI is a whole lot broader than that, and its scope is probably a mile even farther than that. You know that we've had a neighborhood safety initiative for 4 years, and this will be our 5th year that we'll be bringing it back. And we have Habitat for Humanity that is helping to build up homes. We
Tell them how many.
Yes.
Oh,
please.
we've over probably 125. We're planning on doing 700, but we've finished 125 and probably 250 repairs. 250 repairs, but 125 different families. Does that help? Okay. And we're also starting our phase 3 in Maryville and trying to lift up some of those homes too. So you may even see a lot of our kids. We have a couple thousand kids that go out almost every Saturday with purple shirts on, and they're either working in the back of the homes or painting them or whatever to help out Habitat or some of the community associations as well. So, we are buying those homes if they want to sell. We are. We have pretty much a 5-point plan, and I'm not sure. And Maria, would you make sure that they all have one of the other magazines as well? We have a community magazine that the GCU magazine with the Miracle on 27th Avenue. That is a GCU produced magazine. But the magazine that Maria is giving you, I would be interested in knowing how many of you received at your home, because you should have received it at your home. I have them delivered to the homes in a 3 or 4 mile radius of Grand Canyon University. So if you live within 3 and 4 miles of Grand Canyon University, you should have received one. And this is a magazine that Maria is part of, as well as several others. There's an editorial board, but everything that goes in this magazine is community related and partnership related and collaboration of everybody in the neighborhood. So it's vetted by top leaders before it even goes in the magazine. So this is not a GCU magazine, it's just that we're the engine to produce it and to pull it together, and all the schools, everybody still here? Okay. Did my favorite lady from Washington High School leave?
Yeah, Shauna.
Okay, that's why I couldn't find her. Okay. I was going to teach her a little bit, but I won't. But they are in the magazine as well. So each of the districts, you'll see a map on, I think it's page 25? Okay. 25. And you will see a picture of Pam on page 24. And the page before the map, we always like to show who our leaders are in the communities and who really lifts up the world around here. Because without our community leaders, we would have absolutely nothing. You just can't work on your own. And without the help and love and caring of Pam and everyone like her, Grand Canyon University just wouldn't be. It would be a tumbleweed and dirt right now. In '04, I think you all have heard that we almost closed our doors. How many have heard that before? Yep. In 2004, we almost closed our doors because of money and funding. And at that time, we were a private university. And we had some investors that came by and decided they loved us. Is that the fire? Okay. Decided that they loved us and bought us, and they're still there. So that was in '04. So we turned the ship around. In '08, we brought on Brian Mueller, and with his vision and his excitement and his caring and love for the Lord, it's what you see now. So tell me what you'd like to know. One thing I haven't told you is that we work on giving people jobs that live in the neighborhood that do not have a job, that are looking for a job, that have lost their job. We love to give out scholarships. We give out at least 100 or more every April. And so you will hear that many schools around this area and in Canyon Corridor have received scholarships called neighborhood scholarships, students inspiring students. Yeah.
That used to be a Christian college here, wasn't
It is. It still is. It used to be a Baptist school. That's how my dad was a Baptist pastor. But it no longer is a Baptist. It is decidedly Christian, though, or I wouldn't be there. Amazing, amazing. When you see 7,500 students in the arena, packed and standing room only, singing to their hearts and to the glory of God, I can't even tell you what it feels like. It's absolutely amazing, absolutely amazing.
Faith, would you explain how you've worked with Alhambra High School for those students to get tutoring, and now Washington's involved with that program
Yes.
also, I believe?
Actually, all the schools in the Canyon Corridor are involved in our tutoring program, and we have academic excellence centers on campus and around the area. We're working on getting one in Maryville. We've talked about bringing one over here. We've talked about bringing one in about 5 different places, and we're working on that. But when students want to mentor other students. We have GCU students that give of their time to work and mentor other students. And we started with Alhambra High School. And many, about 300 to 500, come over faithfully every day after school to get mentoring, because we want to lift grades up and lift up schools in the Canyon Corridor and around us. So many of these students have graduated from their school with higher grades than they ever started with. And the kids that are mentoring, they absolutely love it. And it's a mission to them to do that. But now, we started last April giving out 100 scholarships, neighborhood scholarships. And one of the rules is that they have to live in the neighborhoods around us. So I can't tell you, and I had no idea when we went to the arena and we had this big celebration party, and all the kids and all the families that were part of that were there. And I mean, there wasn't a dry eye. And probably 90% of them were the first of their family to ever even set foot on a university campus. But they received full ride scholarships. So it's students inspiring students, and it's the students that are in the mentoring academic counseling positions that have helped them lift their grades to a way that they can get the scholarships. This year we've already given over 100 scholarships as well, and that's why you heard her talking about that. So it's really exciting, and pretty soon, probably in 2 weeks, we'll have, before our graduation starts, we'll have a huge celebration in our arena with all the families and all the kids from all the schools. And it's one of the best things we've ever done. And let me just tell you, it's not, GCU pays, well, let me tell you how it started. We have a bunch of donors and friends of GCU who came together, as well as faculty and staff. And many of us give of our check every month to be part of that, as well as Habitat for Humanity. We don't just pick up the check at GCU. It's picked up by faculty and staff. It's picked up by people that really, they give of their checks every month, and that's how it happens. But we found out that when you give, or when you're out working in the area in which you live or work or play, you find out the pride that comes with that, and the power of the emotion of seeing the kids that you're helping. Well, we've lived there all our life, and we don't plan to move. So in a few years, all the schools will be A schools. Alhambra High School, when Brian Mueller came, was a D school. It is now a B school. And people are moving to the Canyon Corridor just to go to Alhambra High School. I can tell you that over the years, way back when I started, it was beautiful, it was new, and it was everybody, I mean, it was great. But over the years, it took the economic plunge, and it was difficult. But I'm telling you, they're moving here now. And you will find more people moving into your neighborhoods that care, and that really, they are here because they want to make it better. It's not that they're here for 5 months. You will see that. So it's jobs, it's security. We have the safety security initiative. It's about everything you can think of that we can lift up and lift out, because, you know, numbers are fine. We have to do that to make the ends meet, but without lifting up those that are around us, doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter anymore. Doesn't matter. And if it was any other way, I wouldn't be there. So, what kind of questions do you have that I haven't mentioned? I'm sure there's a bunch of things. Yes?
How much more, as far as business-wise, do they plan on
Bringing in businesses.
taking away, tearing down, replacing them?
The plans aren't to take away businesses that are here. The plans are to bring them in. I think you're going to find And the Miracle on 27th Street shows the Canyon Cafe. If you've not been to, have any of you come to the Canyon 49 restaurant, the new restaurant? It's absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. And the lobby, we have a hotel there. Well, those of you that have been here for a while know what 27th used to be.
Yes.
I lived on 27.
Okay, I know. We had meth houses right around there. We had hotels that were for the streetwalkers. We had sex shops. We took it all down. We got rid of it. Not overnight, but we did it. And now it's absolutely gorgeous. And you could stay at our hotel. It's public. You could stay at our hotel, swim in our resort pool. Seriously. It's absolutely beautiful. And the lobby for the hotel is the same as in the restaurant. You'd love it. And if you haven't been there, you need to go. And we've had so much construction. We're still kind of working with trying to get the plants in and that kind of thing. But we have a lot of green space that our employees, we have a couple thousand employees there, so that the employees can walk, jog, do things other than just work, you know? So,
And who runs the hotel?
hotel management. Would you believe we have a program now that it's students, and it's called the Hotel Management Program. Students run the hotel and learn leadership and how to do what to do. And the golf course over in Maryville on 59th, that is a golf management produced hotel. We took it over because the city knew that they didn't have the money to renovate it or to make it like it really needed to be. So we took it over and leased it from them for 30 years, put $10 million into it. Absolutely gorgeous. That's where all the Division I schools want to play. You can go play. And we have not lifted the prices or anything for any community. Nothing. In fact, Maryville Revitalization Corporation was the first tournament that was had there, and it was in December before anything was even done. So community is pretty important to Brian and to all the rest of us. So
Okay, I know Eddie had a question. Go ahead.
Eddie.
No?
Well, I was wondering about the restaurant. I don't know, that's at that hotel that was on Black Canyon Freeway there, I-17. What are the hours of the restaurant?
do you know it closes at 9 during the week and I think 10 on the weekends. But it
For breakfast?
yes, absolutely 6, sometimes 5. Yeah, and just to really try it out, we brought all of our kids home for Christmas and we put them all up at the hotel to see what they would say. Well, they're all GCU grads, and they're only mad because they couldn't go to school when
All this was going on.
yeah, all this was going on, right? So, and they all have families, but they had, what a blessed time. Great time. Great time. They loved it. And we brought our, you're going to laugh at this, our granddaughter, we have a granddaughter that gets married every summer. She doesn't get married more than once. My son has 8 kids.
Oh, my God.
So for the last 2 years, no, maybe it's 3, we've had weddings. Well, we have another wedding this next year, but we brought the new bride and groom home this last summer, and their apartment, and of course, did she marry a GCU grad? Yes. So they moved back here, and their apartment wasn't ready until 5 weeks. So we put them up in the hotel for their honeymoon, right? Well, the pool wasn't even done, right? So they taught Brett, who is the hotel manager and creator and whatever, how to have a honeymoon suite. So there'll be other honeymooners there as well. This is what they ought to really have, and da-da-da-da-da. Well, he's got it now. So pretty cool, huh? What?
Where's your restaurant?
The restaurant is connected to the hotel lobby. So when as soon as you, it's at,
By the college there?
what?
Is it by the college right here?
Oh, yeah.
But
It's
it's
at
more by-
27th, because our university stretches now, the footprint has enlarged probably 4 times, but it stretches from 35th Avenue, and you'll see because the map in your magazine, if you've got the right magazine, it kind of shows that. But it's 35th to the freeway, and it's right on the freeway.
It's on
So
the access road.
it's at 27th and Camelback. So most everything between 35th and the freeway is ours. So,
Down the freeway in Camelback?
what?
Yeah.
Yes. And it's
got
27th,
beautiful
but if you-
signage now.
Yeah, finally.
Near where Luke Grubbs used to be.
Yes.
Used to be.
Yeah, actually it is.
I have a question.
Yes.
You know that little old shopping mall at 35th and Camelback?
Mm-hmm.
Are they trying to buy that?
No, do you know, I hate to tell you this, but it's true. We once had that when we were really young and probably inexperienced and crazy, and sold it again because we needed the money to keep the school going. I can remember when I was there that we didn't get a check because we knew that there was not any money. But no, but the people that are there are not easy to work with, and it's really okay because we don't. Will we someday? Probably. Are we in a hurry? No. No, but that's a good question because everybody says, "Why don't you have that?"
Because that gorgeous campus.
I know.
up to that-
I know. Well, there's somebody
It's not
that.
bad. It's not
No,
that
I
bad.
know. I know, and it would be great. I'll tell you what we did do though. We rented and leased the space for a long time until we got a lot of our classrooms built. So they would have gone out of business had we pulled out all at one time. But
Melanie?
yes.
I have three questions.
Uh-huh.
First of all, the hotel is where the Swap Mart was. Were there offices?
Sort of.
When they opened, and then they sort of simulated it. I watched it go up every time I use the access road and saying, okay, is this a hotel, I mean, is this a building? Oh, no, it's a parking garage. How many parking garages do you have in that?
We have a few because we don't want the kids and faculty and staff to be parking in the neighborhoods. And I don't think you want them out there either.
No, but that's awesome.
But
I mean, I've driven-
we have quite a
I've driven
few.
there once. But my other two is first of all, and then the hotel. I don't get your mail on the north side of Bethany Home.
Okay, that's
we
what I
do.
need to know.
Because I got your 10% discount, but I think it was from a friend who lives on the south side of Bethany Home. I got 10% discount off the restaurant.
I think I got it.
Did you really?
But I don't know.
Okay.
I got that in my.
But you don't get the magazines. You don't get like the community magazine. We used to push them through the schools, and we do 30,000. And we used to put them through the schools. Well, some of the magazines got home, and some of them different. Kids, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we decided that so we didn't have to worry about days away or whatever, that we would just have them delivered to the homes. So for the last 3 semesters, we've had them delivered to the homes and have had a lot of great comments. But I needed to know that.
On the north side of 19th Avenue and Bethany Home. I don't get it.
Okay, Pam, do you get it?
Maria's given me so many. I think I got one in the mail, but I wouldn't swear to it because
Okay.
Jack Kaiser's always given them to me.
Is it this one you're mailing?
Yes.
No.
This one.
That one, the GCU one, gets mailed.
Oh, this one. No, I did
The
not
other
get that.
one, we directly hand deliver to every home. That one, within 3 and 4 miles radius.
We don't get those over here.
Nobody gets them? Well, the plan is that you do. So I'm going to look at the map and put an overlay on there to see. Okay, I really want you to. Okay. I know that Pam can get anything she wants from Grand Canyon University, as well as Maria. As long as they don't tell the wild stories about me. And there are a few. I have been known as a crazy lady.
I still have one
But-
more question. And that, was all that dirt from Blue Grub, was that all yours?
The dirt?
That big stack of
Oh.
ground up Blue Grub
I-
material for years that was sat there?
It did?
Well, that was before you guys bought it.
Yeah, I don't think it was.
You had another.
We don't let anything sit still for very long.
No. They have
And those
not.
of you that know us know that's true. We don't.
Well,
We just-
supplies- You're nonprofit, but who supplies your money? I mean, who's your big supplier? Who's your big money?
Well, we're not nonprofit anymore. We're for profit. We have investors.
I haven't heard that.
We have to. We did that in '08. And I meant to tell you that. When we brought Brian on, he knew how to do that. And so, no, we have Colangelo as well, but Brian Mueller.
Yeah.
And he knew how to do that. And so we brought him on in the summer of '08. And by November, we were in New York ringing the bell. And that's how we handle
Public.
finances, because we would have had to, we would have just had to pack everything up and move out and sell. We were ready to shut our doors in '04, and we didn't have the finances to. It was dirt roads. Maria, do you remember? Back in '04? I never dreamed that we would be so far. Ever, 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 let alone now.
Faith,
Hmm.
that's amazing. So we can just buy stock and,
Absolutely. It's called LOPE.
Lope.
Lope?
Okay, lope in
Okay.
the stock market. Yeah.
And now is a good, I mean, seriously?
Yeah.
It's no funny. I mean, I never had stock in my life. Not in my life. I didn't even know how to trade. I didn't know anything about it. And when we started it, it was $10. Guess what it is yesterday?
it's 10, I'll buy some.
70.
Holy Godfrey.
I
I
mean,
bought it at 10.
seriously.
Where were we?
I'm going.
We're slow.
Yeah, and people thought it would never roll, but I'm here to tell you. It's just,
What's the name of it?
well, it's
Well-
LOPE, LOPE.
As a teacher that comes from the Alhambra School District, and my kids mostly fed into Alhambra High School, I think the biggest change I've seen and the most wonderful thing I've seen is what has happened to the graduation rate at Alhambra High School. It's mind-boggling. Kids who didn't give a damn about school, who didn't care because they figured there was no future for them, have a chance for college education. And the tutoring they get there as just, and their principal now is pretty tough guy, and he's really made a change. But it's just absolutely amazing what's happened to Alhambra High School because of the influence of Grand Canyon. So that's something
That's
that
true.
impresses me immensely.
The kids didn't even want to go to graduation. They didn't even show up
No, they didn't.
West High?
from
No, at
Alhambra.
Alhambra High School.
Now they've doubled. They've doubled in summer school. Doubled. Their summer school has doubled. Yeah.
That's where I went,
They shut down.
See,
was at Alhambra, when I went attending Washington. I was a good one there.
well, it was a magnet school. It's been through a lot of, but
But you know, it's the way I remember Alhambra, because ironically, my father designed here at that high school.
wow.
Yeah, and it was, I remember a different side of Alhambra.
I
That
bet
was-
you do.
My brother's girlfriend lived right off of 39th Avenue. Yeah, but you could always tell Dad's buildings were the little square things on the side.
Mm-hmm.
They shut West High down.
So
Yeah, I had a year at West before Alhambra was open. So,
Kids graduated there. 3 of my children.
really, if you have grandkids or kids that attend Washington, know that they have that chance now for the tutoring and for the scholarship. So I'll be telling you, my grandniece or whatever, you know, these families don't get married anymore, so I don't know what she really is to me, but she's sort of like my niece. And
she's your niece.
yeah, and so she's, you know, she's one of those kids that has absolutely not got a Chinaman's chance in hell to go to college without scholarships.
I can tell you too, those kids don't just get tutored, they get mentored. That's
Yep, they do.
That's something to aspire for too. I mean, GCU, which is state of the art, it's got a
Yeah.
name in the country now. Next door, I mean, and you're giving the kids hope at Washington
Yeah.
High School. That, hey, you can go over the next door. There's no problem. That's
We,
amazing.
we try to bring them on campus. In fact, we bring the summer school kids from, I'll be bringing on 1,500 students from Alhambra High School again this summer. We do it every summer, so they can get an experience here on campus, because that they would never experience. I can't tell you how many basketball tickets I give away. And the kids are just, they've never been in an arena, they've never, oh my goodness. It's so different than it used to be.
Oh, man.
It's amazing. And it just warms my heart, because that's why I'm here. And I'm not going to be moving.
Any
So,
other questions?
Any other questions? And I'm passing around my business card. So any questions you have, feel free to call me. That's my cell on there. And or email me. My email's on there as well. So if you have any grandkids or kids or, you know,
Great.
yeah, that too. That too. And you want what?
I'll just ask a question.
Okay.
I was just wondering if your school offers a lecture series that open to the public? And
Yeah,
if
actually
so,
we do.
How do I check the schedule?
If you will email me and ask me that, I will tell you. Absolutely, we absolutely do. And we have theater. My husband and I went to the theater at Effington Theater, and that's probably one of the only buildings, except for the library, of which my office is in, original buildings left at
Oh my
Grand Canyon.
gosh.
Seriously, Effington Theater. And 350 people fit in it, and West Side Story. And it was the best play I think I've ever seen there, ever in all these years. Ever. So, and this next week, and it's all sold out, dadgummit, or I'd be passing out tickets. But it was so good. Brought back a lot of memories.
Faith, if you could add me somehow to an email that would tell about plays or the
Oh, I will.
lecture series,
Okay.
so that I can then send
If-
it out to.
If you would like to be part of my mailing thing, so you get, so this is what's going on, or this is what's new, or this is what's happening, send me an email.
Okay.
Okay?
Can I just say one thing too? So I go to Orangewood Gospel Hall just across
Oh, yeah.
the freeway there, and you know we get several kids that come from Washington State, Iowa. They're all coming to Grand Canyon, and here, you know, some of them stay on after graduation. You know, they building connections to Arizona and Phoenix, all around, just you know, come to get this class education.
That's true, and, you know, our dream is that everybody stays and finds a business here in the Canyon Corridor, because we want more businesses, not less. So we helped at least 4 groups of students start a business. One of them is a coffee beverage company that will overtake Starbucks, I bet, within a couple years. One of them is a promotions company that will probably be at New York doing the IPO within probably 3 years, because what they do, t-shirts, all the paraphernalia that I bring to everything I go to, and Maria knows I haul a lot of stuff around, it has to be made somewhere, right? Well, by the end of probably next year, we'll have all the schools, businesses all over the nation. So, we have quite a few businesses that are being started by, well, if it wasn't for Colangelo and Brian, we wouldn't be, you know, bringing it back. But we hope that that's the whole plan. And so many kids come to Grand Canyon and then don't want to leave the area. So they're either teaching, or they've got a business in the area, or something, they bring their families back. So, and I know it'll even be more as time moves on and we.
Would you say
You know.
you're probably most well known for your STEM programs?
We are well known for STEM and robotics, and we have a lot going on this weekend. We have thousands of kids coming in for that. Actually, they start on the 5th, which is tomorrow. Most well known, it used to be way back years ago,
Your education program.
education and theology. We do have a seminary again, and Christian studies, more of a college. A lot of science, a lot of robotics, a lot of STEM, because it's a big deal, and engineering is a big deal. We have so many students in engineering. It's just, it's amazing. And you are not paying for their you're not paying for the graduation or their tuition. Tuition stays the same again.
Yay.
Hasn't moved and doesn't plan to.
Well, the other three
So-
schools' tuition went up again. So, you guys, give Faith a big hand. Thank you so much.